Alright, ladies, gents, kids, pets, we are the Trophy Husbands. I'm Marcus.
I'm Steve.
I am Luke.
And I am Nick, and this is episode 4, take 2.
Yeah, episode 4.5.
Let's discuss that here, guys.
Right.
Normally, folks, we record on Saturday afternoon. We talk about what happened in the past week and the weekend before, and then we talk about what's going to be happening. We did that. This is Sunday now. We did that. However, we unfortunately found out that, what was it, a battery or something died on it, Steve?
I was using a portable task cam which had batteries instead of actually plugging in.
Yeah, and that, unfortunately, the batteries died 4 minutes into the podcast, so that will forever be the most amazing podcast none of you will ever hear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
we're gonna try to revisit some of the topics from yesterday.
But
we can't capture that magic. We'll try our best though.
We can't. It was one of those moments where you do something really cool and forget to take the lens cap off.
Exactly.
Same thing. Like did anybody see the quadruple backflip over the Empire State Building? No, we didn't take the lens cap off.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Audio, or it didn't happen.
Hey man. She doesn't know I took her lamp.
And we're back. No lamp.
All right, so let's just, since we're starting it with today, let's recap. How'd everyone's Saturday evening go instead of the Friday like we normally go on?
Saturday was
Mark's like, Saturday was a day.
It was a day. It was the day before Sunday, day after Friday, and it was 2 days away from Tuesday.
Thank you for teaching us the calendar.
I had no idea how the days of the week work.
Some would say Saturday's the last day of the week. I don't know. It depends on where you live in the world.
Hey man, glass half empty, glass half full.
No, I need more water. So it's empty.
But Saturday was alright.
I mean, for us, all four of us eventually just ended up at the bar, as per usual. A couple drinks here and there. I don't think anything was too terribly crazy. I mean, there was even a cast party that Marcus and Luke went to that wasn't as crazy as the previous cast party we have talked about.
Rachel and I ended up staying up till like 11 a.m. just the sunrise, just sitting on my front porch just shooting the shit. It's like, are they judging us? Because people are like walking by, they're kind of staring, and we're just laughing our asses off for about nothing.
Oh my god. Last night.
It's like 11 o'clock, I'm like, I'm pass out now.
Rachel, I was absolutely dying because she was dancing with one of the theater kids, but the way she was dancing, she had her hand on the banister, holding it, and she wasn't touching him, like she wasn't on him, she wasn't aggressive, but they were all dancing really close, and he was kind of almost against the wall, and she was holding the banister, but there was space between them, but they were dancing with each other, but she was like, I'm gonna hold you captive with my dance. Like that's what it looked like. Like I'm gonna dance you into surrender.
Dance you into submission.
You're imprisoned by my dance.
Yeah.
You can't handle these moves.
You cannot.
Got you on lockdown.
Lockdown.
I could say this. This was funny. I was telling Luke this earlier. At one point, we had 2 tables going pretty much, which isn't abnormal for us. We have a pretty large group of friends. At one point, the table I was sitting at, everyone just kind of cleared off. I think a bunch of people went, it's really weird, coincidentally either went up to the bar to get more drinks or went into the back to dance. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, so I was turning my chair around to talk with the other people at the other table. And it was Steve Stein, Lizzie, Rachel, and Jen. And I go to turn around, they're like, whoa, no, you can't join us. This is the popular table. This is the cool kids table. And I'm like, come on, I'm cool. And Steve,
I'm hop.
I'm hip, I'm hop.
I'm hip with the hop.
And Steve Stein goes, you know what? Let's take a vote to it. I go veto. And I'm like, well, before you guys cast your votes, let me just remind you. Lizzie, I drove you to Baltimore last weekend. Did not ask for gas. I did out of the kindness of my heart. Steve Stein, I have helped you so many times when you've been drunk. I've driven you places. And I'm like, Rachel, do I even have to say anything? And then Jed's like, well, you don't have anything on me. And I go, yet. I don't have anything on you yet. And they go, well, okay, yeah, Nick's nice. Let him in. Like, boom.
Wow. You swaying your audience.
I did. I've been told I'd make a good politician. I just have to do favors for every single person and like, remember.
I did this for you once. You owe me your vote.
Remember that time I helped you move that?
And that's how Nick got his super delegates.
Nick will buy your vote. 4 more years of Nick. 4 more years of favors.
Is this unethical? Absolutely. But
am I gonna do it anyway? Absolutely.
Yes. That's how politics work. So, one of the funniest things from that night is the night was winding down, and we're standing there in the kitchen, and one of the girls is talking to Luke, and Luke's just like, "So, you gonna go home and get you some?" Like, yeah. And she's so distraught. She's like, "No, I was going to, but fucking bitch left." I just look at Luke like, "What's up with that alley-oop, broski?" Like, I just look at, and he's just like, looks at me like, "Do it." Like, but she was on her way out, and it would have been like a 2-minute just unfold a list out of my pocket. Like, let me tell you why you should do this.
I came prepared.
I came prepared.
Exactly.
And then like, all of this
from the 1640.
Here's a parchment paper just unrolled.
Parchment paper. The fornication list and why you should do it.
Why you should do it with Marcus.
all of this could be yours.
Even
Scroll
Christopher
back up.
Columbus had a Marcus.
Hey. Stop putting me in your fan fiction.
Historical fan fiction.
God, I don't want to read
Steve's fan fiction.
And then George Washington brushed up against Martha. It was like, wait a minute, let me take my teeth out.
Oh God.
And
I don't know. It brings a whole new term to the term Woody.
Oh my God. And they go to the alternate universe where all the swords in ancient Rome were placed by dildos.
I kind of want to see that alternate universe.
I don't.
No, I could go my entire life without seeing that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yep.
That's okay. It's a Doctor Who episode.
Okay.
Sorry if we lost a Doctor Who fan. One of you.
Oh, shout out to Dante.
Oh my God.
So let's recount a little bit of what we had hit up on in the Forever Lost episode. We've been talking about, not yesterday, but last Saturday, because we talked about on the previous podcast about going down to Baltimore for Lopez's place and chilling. How was everyone's night that time?
I wanted to kick everybody in the neck.
Well, you stayed relatively sober.
That was my problem. Like,
We tried.
I know.
I was trying to, come on, same tequila shots. Let's go.
I know, and it's funny because whenever I do decide I'm gonna let my hair down, everyone's like, "Oh shit, look at this guy go!"
That's
And-
because you don't, like, the rest of us do it on a regular basis where we all drink a good bit, and then it just, like, you just kind of do a couple here, a couple there, and then there'll just come those nights where Marcus is like, I'm going ham, I'm going hard, and no one is not going
I
hard.
feel like the world is probably gonna end tomorrow, so I want to drink everything in it.
And
he just goes.
That's only happened like enough. I don't know.
Once was enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the opposite with Luke. If Luke's staying sober a weekend night, we're like, dude, what's wrong? What's going on? Like, are you okay? But then with Marcus, it's like, oh, Marcus is going hard. Like, it's flip-flops.
Yeah, it's fun. Because everyone will just be like, alright, I'm getting around. And I'm like, I got you. What do you want? And they'll get to me and just like pause. They're like, you in?
It's like, since you're not drinking, I've got like an old turnip in the fridge if you want. What do you do with people who don't drink? I know you don't drink. Like,
Give up turnips?
you got like I got a dirty sock you can hold on to. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you?
Guys, it's crunchy. Oh.
Just need something in your hand.
I think I put nacho cheese in it at some point.
That's like what we were taking.
Like, you're getting weird. Yeah, you feel it. You feel it.
We were taking shots the other night, and all right.
Oh,
So,
right. Yes.
so Luke and I,
We go into my kitchen.
Yeah, we go into the kitchen
right before we're about to head to the bar, and we go to do tequila shot, and I have like really large shot glasses, so like about like a half of that shot glass is a normal shot. So I give one of those to Marcus, and Marcus is like standing to my left, talking to some girls behind him. He has his head turned, and our friend Will is standing like right by him, and then he just casually looks back. He has a bottle of Grey Goose in his hand, like looks over his shoulder, smirks, and just leans the bottle over his shoulder, pours vodka into Marcus's tequila shot, just ever so smoothly, just like, whoop. And I think the only reason why you know is because he spilled just a little bit.
Yeah, like just a little on my hand.
Like, wait,
but
what are you
so,
doing?
It was so smooth and effortless.
Right.
that I could not even be mad. And he had that.
Like, I don't get surprised by much, but my jaw was on the floor. Just like, oh my god.
Yeah, your
that
face
one,
was
that's
just like-
disgusting, and two, that was smooth as fuck.
Dude, that's the party trick everybody wants to be able to do. Not even look, just like,
It's
whoop,
like,
done.
whoop.
It was the smoothest alcohol-related no-look pass in history. It was so fluid. I couldn't even be mad, and I took the shot.
How was that? How was that?
It wasn't bad. It really wasn't.
What, was it a flavored vodka? Or?
No. It
Grey
was
Goose.
just straight Grey Goose.
Straight Grey Goose.
And then you had what?
This is the gold
Tequila Gold?
Yeah.
So it was kind of like bottom shelf meets top
It's
shelf.
like we settle in between, it becomes water, right? Like,
Yeah.
you cancel
they
each other
cancel
out.
each other out, and you just get really, really hectic water. Oh, that night was so just. It was one of those nights where it was funny, and it was frustrating, and it was weird, and it was infuriating, all in one fucking night.
Friday night was wild. And I
Yeah,
mean, the thing is I got to the bar a little bit on the later side, relatively speaking, like 10:30, quarter to 11, something in that ballpark. And I was shocked at how many people we had. Like, we owned, like, the entire front of the bar, practically.
Yeah.
I think everything, like, just a visual picture here, how it's set up is that there are 4 booths, a long table in the middle, and then a long table further back that has chairs and a booth against the wall. We basically had all of those filled with our friends, with people that we knew that we hang out with on a regular basis, except for one booth. The rest of it was all us. And I had a friend I went to school with who was visiting, and he came in and he just goes, is this all you guys? And I'm like, yeah,
kinda.
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah, we had a whole conglomerate of tables.
It was pretty wild. And I know at one point
We have a bouncer for our own room. Like, Bobby sends like John to like, sorry, this is the Jackson Street Hoodlums party. Like, sorry,
this is
this is a
reserved.
private party, sir.
Reserved
You know
seating,
what I mean?
sir, yes.
Yeah.
He's like in a suit dressed up. Yeah, give me another shot of tequila.
I don't know if you guys had this issue. I had this issue where I felt like I was just being stretched thin across the entire thing. Cause I'd come over and start talking to Luke, and then somebody's like, "Hey, come over here." And I'm like, "Oh, hold on a second, come over there." And then I just kept on getting called from table to table to table, bouncing back and forth. Like,
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I was like, I feel so popular.
Because then Friday was like also everyone just kind of people around town was like, hey, I'm coming up, let's hang out, cool. Like Brian hit me up earlier in the day, like, yo, I think I'm coming drunk, sweet. And then Travis came up, and then your friends.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We have to revisit that.
All right. So
that was my favorite rant of yesterday.
it's still fresh, by the way. It's still fresh. All right. So I had some friends, and they had graduated.
I had some friends, and then I didn't have any friends anymore.
The Luke Hoover story.
I had friends once.
The Luke Hoover story.
No, I don't.
It's a 12-part episode.
All by myself.
So the 12-part episode is just that song.
Me just sitting like eating like a peanut butter jelly sandwich with like tears coming down my eyes by myself.
He doesn't have milk. He just drinks his own tears. But so they said that they were coming up to York, and I'm thinking, all right, cool. Most of the time when everyone's like, we're coming up to York, we just kind of have a loose plan. If we don't catch you early, we'll catch you at the
So
bar.
yeah, we'll see you. So like,
Yeah.
we'll be around. We'll catch up. Yeah.
And the thing was, I worked a half shift, so I got out at 2 because I had an appointment at 4. And I'm like, all right, cool. And they were staying downtown. I go to my appointment, and they text me, and they're like, hey. Fucking Steve's over here singing Macklemore downtown. But so they didn't tell me where they were staying. They didn't tell me where they were getting in, like what as time wise when they were getting in, and they wanted me to come to the hotel, like walk downtown after I had just pretty much walked from right where they were at to get home, and they were just like, do you want a pregame? And it was 5 in the afternoon, and I'm like, no, I want to go home and I want to go to sleep for a little bit. Like, I want to go to sleep, and then we made plans to hang out at your place, and so they were just like, do you want a pregame? And I was like, no, not right now. And they texted me later, and I was asleep, and I woke up, and I was like, hey, you guys can come hang out with us. Like, we're all hanging out beforehand, and you guys are more than welcome to come hang out with us. And got no answer. See them at the bar. And it's one of those things when you walk in and you look and you just see there immediately. They're not even staring daggers, they're staring samurai swords.
If looks could
Double
kill.
wielded.
If looks could kill, I would be dead twice.
You have been 12 feet under.
Yeah. Both of them are just like scowling. I don't even say anything at this point. I'm just like, I already know.
Well,
they're
this is
angry.
how this is gonna go.
Yeah. I walk away. And I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this. And another friend that had came up with them, she was just like, what's up, dude? How you doing? I was like, hanging out. Everything's fine. Yeah, like we're sitting there bullshitting, talking about her Snapchats and yada yada, and everything's going good. And then they're like, hey, can we talk to you in the back bar? I'm like, sweet, no problem. I'll meet you guys there. And that's when fucking
It all went down.
yeah,
That's
it
where
was.
went downhill.
It just, I don't know. It was just like, it just hurts. It hurts my brain. But so I tried to explain to them that, hey, I had things going on. If you would have said, here's the thing, they said, well, you know, we were coming up to York, and it's been months now. We were planning this and this, that, and the third. We came up to see you, and I was just like, you didn't say that.
So you didn't tell me like we're coming
specifically
coming
to see you. Yeah, you just said you're coming up, and then they said, well, it was implied. Which means you didn't tell
say
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're supposed to catch my hints. Like no fucking not.
Like, no.
We've talked about it before. Marcus does not pick
Like
up on
subtle
hints well.
subtleties just
Or not, dude. If you want to hang out, say, hey, coming to town. Let's make
We're
plans.
hanging out.
Yes. Like, don't just be like,
Hey, I'm in town.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. They were just like, well, we tried to include you, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, you didn't make that clear. You did not
Well,
make.
The thing is I've had stuff like that happen before where people are like, oh, well, I wanted to hang out and blah, 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 and we invited you. And I'm just like, well, I had already made other plans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I invited you to join with me. I said, I'm sorry that I am social and I already have plans. If I didn't, then absolutely I would have.
I don't understand why. Like, 'cause you said that you come. Like, of course they're more than welcome to come to my place, and you extended that invite. It's like, yeah, of course it'd be fine. And that my house is on the way from wherever they were staying to the bar, so it's not like they
Going out of their way.
Yeah, it's like you stop, you hang out with us for a while.
Yeah,
we meet up, and then we start like
Yeah,
right there.
it's not like the
going.
bar is 3 blocks from your house. If the bar was on the other side of the town, and I was just
Yeah.
like, well, we're in South York now. You should come here and then go all the way back to North York.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but so it was just, and I had one of those moments where they were trying to explain, but I was done. I was over it, and I just got up and I literally just banged the table. I was like, done, and walked off.
No,
I'm done. Like I don't have time. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna argue. It's early. It's Friday. You're not fucking up my Friday.
Exactly.
Done. Over it.
I still want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to hang out? We can hang out. You want to be mad and you want to freaking fume over here? Get the
You
fuck
do
out
your
of my
thing.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I
But-
don't have time.
I think besides Marcus's issue there, I think we all did have a pretty good time. I know at one point, Brian was just like the beer king. He just kept on coming over, like, double fisting 2 pitchers, just like, everyone get beer, get beer, get beer. Like, I mean,
Beer
if you
brand
insist.
like water.
Yeah, exactly.
I come to feed you, brethren. Drinketh thine beer.
That was about it. I mean, normally we all kind of take turns, grab a pitcher from here and there. Brian did that twice, where he just got 2 big pitchers, just like, boom, everyone, go.
He will trade money for beer and make you waffles in the morning.
Oh, that's something we gotta touch on. That's something we gotta touch on. With last Saturday down in Baltimore, that was probably one of the best things with waking up. Party didn't calm down until about 6:15 in the morning kind of thing is when everyone pretty much passed out, laid out, that kind of thing. Almost everyone was kind of up and going then by about 10 or 10:30. I was in the same room as Brian was. I heard and saw him get up and go downstairs. I'm like, all right, cool, he's up. I was like, I'll get up in a couple minutes. And about 15 minutes later, I'm still laying there, and all of a sudden a smell wafts up to my nose. And I'm like, what? That smells good. I was like, well, I wonder what Brian's making down there. And I get up and I go down, and there Brian is, just dishing out waffles. And I don't mean your Lego by Ego, like, let me put it in the toaster waffle.
No, like, he made the batter himself.
He made the
fired
batter
up the waffle
himself.
iron.
He has the waffle iron, and he is just making up waffles, and it's great. Marcus and I, though, stupid but funny, we're like, oh, give me those waffles. And at one point he gives us some waffles, and we're just eating them. We're like, oh, let's get some syrup on these. And everyone's like, you guys are going to need plates. You guys are going to get the syrup everywhere. We're like, no, we're not. So we do it, fold it up taco style, start eating the waffle, and sure enough, we start dripping syrup all over the freaking place.
Yeah, syrup's sliding out, and they're just looking at us like, you guys are dicks. We're just like, what are you talking about?
The waffle's delicious.
Yeah. So that night, everybody was just angry. Everyone was angry and testy, and no one. It got to the point where everyone was having fun, and then it was like a roller coaster. It was like, yeah, fun, gonna have fun, and then the night just hit a certain point, and everyone was just pissy. And just,
I feel like I was pretty much the last person to go to sleep. I feel like I must have just missed that or been talking to the right happy people, because I did not see the anger, except for you, Marcus, at one point.
Maybe it was just me. Maybe that was myself. I wanted everybody to be in my anger roller coaster with me, but it was just me.
Well, with you, it was not unprovoked.
I thought Gabby was in on.
Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby.
Well, let's be honest.
As well.
It wasn't everyone. It was really just Luke being a dick that got a couple people angry.
It was a little hurt. A little wet willy here and there never hurt anybody.
But the context is. Explain it, Marcus.
Oh my gosh. So we'll touch on that later. John happened first, because I had just decided I'm done. I'm over it. I was angry. I was just
You're going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm over.
You never go to bed angry, Marcus. That's like the #1 rule.
Well, I'm single. I go to bed angry as much as I want. So, I lay down and pop my headphones in, plug my phone in and charge, screwing around on my phone, and I don't even notice. John just walks over, reaches down, and just grabs my phone out of my hand and, like, makes a beeline out of the room. He's like, hang out! And I'm like, fuck you! Wanna sleep! Leave me alone!
Hang out.
Yeah! That was it. He's just like, come hang out. No! Can't make me.
I'm situated.
I'm situated and I am comfortable. So, then I chase him down, that burly, bearded man, grab my phone, go plug everything back in, and start to snooze. And then, what seems like it felt like a 10-minute gap, but it was really 2 or 3 hours.
Well, again, just context. This is when the night was pretty much all but done. Almost everyone at this point was either laying down or passed out, like I said, 6:15.
Yeah. And so I'm knocked out, and Gabby's knocked out next to me, and fuck you, Luke. my sleep is interrupted by a wet willy. And I just...
It was my wet willy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? What?
Oh.
Penis that woke him up. Why is your dick on my shoulder?
Why is your dick in my ear?
It was my finger. Just kidding.
That's how they do it
Wet willies.
overseas.
Come on, we know what wet willies are. Not my penis. Anyway.
But no, I woke up seeing shades of red I did not know were possible. And not only did he wet willy me, Gabby woke up furious as hell too. And that was
she. I don't think I've seen someone get swiftly, just so one flew where she's like up, angry eyes, stare down, threaten my life, and then just collapse right back. I was like. So I guess when she gets up, I was like, "Don't you fucking touch me! If you do that again, I'm gonna murder you!" Or something like.
No.
Like,
I remember she was like, "Don't you fucking touch me!
Yeah,
if you touch me, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you."
Yes.
And she looked
she just
so
stared,
serious.
Like, I see Satan in her eyes, just like into my soul. Like,
and for context, Gabby is a fucking sweetheart.
Gabby's like one of the nicest people in the world, and she's tiny.
She's tiny and skinny. She's a toothpick. And she just popped up, ready to murder.
I was terrified, and then she's like went right back to the house, like, note to self, don't fuck with Gabby.
Again, if looks could kill, Luke would have been 1,200 feet under.
Yeah.
Between Marcus and Gabby.
Yeah.
If looks could kill, then I would have made it past 4.
But when I was full steam ahead in my fucking rage mode, Nick is trying to defuse the situation. He's like, Look, man. Look, I know. His reasoning. This is gonna be hilarious for the podcast.
It's gonna be so funny.
But you couldn't argue it. You couldn't argue it. You started laughing. Like
I did.
You were trying to stay angry. Like no. Yeah, you're right.
Because I just wanted to be left the fuck alone, and you're just like, just
take one for the team, Marcus.
Come on. Like, don't kick him in the face. We need him to be able to speak next weekend. And you just straight up left your alcohol there. I thought you...
Poor man's mimosa?
Yeah, poor man's mimosa. Steve...
What was a gift from our sponsors?
Yeah! It's funny because everyone... We talked about the Mad Dog in the previous episode, and then Steve comes jolly, all happy, walking in, and what does he pull out? Mad Dog 2020, the peach schnapps, and the pineapple soda to make the poor man's mimosa.
No one else wanted it. I don't know why.
Tom had some.
Tom had some.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry.
I probably would have had some. I didn't even know it was there. I was just beering most of the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Except for Libby and Alex.
Ooh! Tell the listeners, Nick.
Okay. So I got there a little bit later. I'd been on a double date and everything earlier in the night. So I got
Nick
there.
got married last week.
I got there, 10:30ish.
Yes.
In that ballpark. And so I just crack open a beer. I'm sitting there talking with everyone. And Libby and Alex start going like, we're going to get him drunk tonight. Let's get him hammered tonight. And just because it's not a very often occurrence that I get really, really drunk. And so... Of course, I didn't know that is what they said at the time. At one point, Libby just hands me a bottle of vodka, and she goes, "Oh, here, take a shot, take a swig." And I'm like, "Okay, why not? You know, night's early, why not?" I go take a swig, and Libby grabs the bottom of the bottle and tilts it up, and basically makes me drink at least 2 or 3 shots worth. And I pull it down, like, "God dang it, Libby!" Blah 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 blah. Forget about it. Go back to drink my beer. You know, maybe an hour and a half later, she comes up with a bottle of Jack, and she's like, "Here, take a swig." Stupid me. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure, why not?" Same thing happens. And I'm like, "God dang it, woman." And then, about a half hour later, she does it again. Long story short, she does it to me another 2 times before she comes up to me the next time, and I'm like, "No, get away from me. Get away." I say, "I will take a swig from it, but you are walking away from me. You are not within a 10-foot radius."
Oh my god. One night, it was her and Amanda. And Amanda kept getting hit on, and dudes would be like, "So, like, what's going on? Can I have your number?" I don't know how dudes talk to Amanda, but that's how they do in my head.
That's how I talk to women. So
maybe I should do that.
Can I get your number? Like,
They're gonna be like, "This guy's on like mescaline or some shit." What the fuck?
And we just discovered why Marcus is single.
Because I don't talk like that?
Because you do talk like that.
Doing something wrong.
If I do something wrong, I gotta use that.
You gotta use that voice.
But they kept buying her drinks, and she would be like, they would ask her for her number, and she would say, "You can have my number if you get me a drink." And they weren't getting her shitty drinks; they were getting her trash cans and Long Islands and Grateful Deads, and so
Stuff that costs a penny.
yeah. A pretty penny.
Yes.
And her and Libby kept getting drinks bought for them, and they didn't even want them. These guys kept hounding them, and they would walk over to me and be like, "Drink this!" You know how they do with their big...
Yeah.
their big, like, sparkling eyes and their fucking innocent smiles. Like, "You should drink this! Yay!" And so I'd be like, "Alright, cool." So I grab it, and they do the exact same thing. I go to put it down, they're like, no, keep going. Yeah, keep going. And they hold their hand under the glass so you can't put it down.
Yes.
And they're just like, keep going.
And you're done.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, I had like three or four drinks that Amanda didn't even want. And next thing I know, I'm just like, woo! Woo!
Well, I mean, that's kind of how I was getting to that.
Some Marcus comes out.
Smile to your ego, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's kind of how I was getting to last Saturday. I was to that point where Stephen, my friend from school, Paul, he coined this during senior week. I was at what we call dripsy. That point right between tipsy and drunk. Dripsy. And
sounds like a weird euphemism.
it does, doesn't it?
Sounds like an STD.
Yeah, I got the drip.
I got the drip.
Got it from that girl over there.
But because of Libby and Alex, I ended up like 12 shots deep at one point. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And that's when Brian's like, "Hey, you want some of my McKellen?" Like, I don't know. I'm like, yes. So 12-year-old McKellen, I'm like, I'm not going to say no to that. We poured a little bit of that, got a little rocks on it. And I was just sipping that for about an hour and a half. And every time they'd come up, be like, "You need a drink more." I'm like, "I'm drinking, woman."
Let the men speak.
That's
We
pretty
have a
much.
Scotch.
Let me drink over my scotch.
From this past Friday, one of my favorite moments was we get to your house. Rachel had unfortunately hurt her ankle.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But Luke didn't have
Ziploc
any
bags.
plastic Ziploc bags.
For
So Brian takes a trash bag and starts filling it with ice, and then he ties it in a knot and just gives it to her. He's like, "Put this on your ankle." And then next thing I know, everybody's just hanging out in the kitchen. Rachel has her foot elevated. Eric's passed out on the floor. Brian's screaming at you because you have empty ice cubes.
The best was like, I don't think I've seen someone rage about something. It's like, "Why is your ice tray?" He's like, "I didn't fill it." I was like, "Why not?"
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I had more ice. I didn't think. It's like, yeah, but when you run out of ice in an ice tray, you fill it up. And you put it in the freezer. Like, it's like.
What a pointless thing to rage on.
legitimately like yelling at me. I'm just like, "Why don't you have ice in here?" Like, I don't know.
It was almost like an exchange between a child and a parent. He was so angry. He's like, "Why? Who puts empty ice trays in the freezer?"
Wait, you put them in the freezer? Okay, that is something.
What? I mean, I'm in agreement. I never do that. If I
That's
finish
so
it,
weird. Why
I mean,
would
it's
you
not
do
like
that?
it's not like you had to walk more than maybe
it's not
5
a
feet from your
conscious-
freezer to fill it up and put it back.
It's not
in.
like it was a conscious decision. Like, "Oh, it's empty. I'm gonna put it back in my freezer." I was like, "Oh, just put it back."
I can see this now.
Like,
Luke,
It's not like I make an effort to put empty ice trays in my freezer.
Worst supervillain ever. Ice tray. I gotcha.
he steals all the ice and empty.
You got a hurt ankle?
I need to cool down my drink. No! Ice tray strikes again.
It's like
Fucking-
Scotch on the rocks. Haha, there's no rocks.
We have scotch on the water. fucking Grinch steals the ice trays over here.
That's right.
Yeah, he puts the ice in the
I
bag.
do like that movie.
That's an awesome fucking movie. It's one of my favorites. But so that happened, and then Lizzie was like, "Well, you and Gabby can just come crash at my dorm because Eric passed out on the floor, and then it took a team to excavate him from the floor and move him to the couch."
Yes.
Rachel is melting on the table in the basement, and it's just like, all right, let's get the hell out of here. So we go to Lizzie's dorm, me, Lizzie, and Gabby, and get there. And what I didn't know at first was it goes by floor, and that's how it's sectioned off, but that's also how it's sectioned off sex-wise. So it's like boy, girl. So obviously
Right.
Lizzie is a girl and lives in the girl part.
Or she goes for the boys, like, surprise.
Gotcha, bitch.
Boom! But it sucked because she almost had to sneak me in, and then, like, when I had to use the bathroom, it was like Mission Impossible. Yeah, because there's one bathroom on the floor, and so I'm sitting there, and it's like 4 a.m. I'm like, I have to pee so bad. And I'm like potty dancing. I'm like, should I wake her up? Should I wake her up? Yeah, I'm gonna wake her up. And I woke over to her bed. I'm like, Lizzie, I have to pee, but I don't want to get you in trouble. Can you take me to the bathroom? I feel like a 4-year-old. I'm just like, I have to
never
pee.
in your 20s did you ever think you'd have to ask
Somebody-
permission to go to the
yeah!
bathroom?
It was the weirdest shit.
Can I pee, please?
Yeah. So she's kind of like half awake. She's like, all right. Yeah. And so we go out, and this is the funny part. She would walk out and check left, check right, pop her head around the corner, and like motion me like, come on,
Go.
boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And she did that twice, and then finally we go in and we use the bathroom, and it happened twice that night. And I felt so bad because she was knocked out, and I'm just sitting there like, pee. Why don't you? You should get a bucket.
For your room. Just
Piss
Yeah,
bucket.
yeah, it'd be
I think you
convenient.
go up to Lizzie and you're like, Lizzie, I have to pee. Open your mouth.
And it got
She
weird.
just wakes up, she's like, what the fuck you just say to me?
Now that you're awake, can you take me to the bathroom?
Now that I have your attention.
And that's how Luke makes friends. Or gets maced. Pick one.
There's no between. That's how I like it. Thanks.
Oh,
See, it's like you never say like, with like, I think when people describe me, they're like, I've never met anyone who's kind of like, he's an okay guy. It's either like he's cool,
Or I hate it.
fucking hate that dude. Like,
yeah, but that's a given rule. You don't pee on people. Just like the fucking taxi drivers.
Oh,
No,
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Marcus is referring to, a little bit of a segue there, I like it, is an article that we found earlier that we talked about in the Forgotten podcast. But we are going to bring this up because this article is phenomenal in its sheer, I don't even know, can you call it stupidity or just like, why do we have to declare this?
exactly.
I wouldn't
Like,
even say
why
it's
would we
stupidity.
do
I would
this?
say, well, it could be stupidity, but it's stupidity and bravery and just dumb.
No, I don't think there's any bravery involved with that. I think it's just you're really horny and you just wanted to get it out.
Maybe bravery is the wrong word. Courage?
Courage. Okay,
Courage
so
baiting.
this is, I'm just going to read the title here. A New York taxi drivers to be banned from flirting with, understandable, seems logical, or ejaculating on passengers. The new rules come off the back of a large increase in complaints ranging from inappropriate conversation to unwanted contact. My instant thought is you would honestly have to be told not to jack off or ejaculate onto your passengers. And my other thought is the passengers. What do they think is going to happen? Like they're just sitting there watching like, I wonder what's going to happen with this. What's going to happen? Like, you move!
But if you, all right, like think about all the times you even if it's people that you know when you're in the car, you're just kind of doing something, you're reading something,
Not watching.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, freaking Bradley, the cab driver, is just like. And he Spider-Mans you in the neck, and then, like, yeah.
It's like someone gets in the car and is like, I kind of want to jizz on that person.
Oh wait, there's a sign saying I can't. Never mind.
Never mind. Now there's a sign officially saying I can't do that.
I would severely like that if they had a sign. They just had a sign.
No
Can't-
jizzing.
No jizz area,
No
right
jizz.
here.
This
you
is
can
not
jizz. You can jizz and
Splash free zone.
Splash freeze.
Splash freeze.
What if they just have jizz bingo? It's just like, well, alright, she's got blue eyes. Do I have blue eyes yet? Nope.
The taxi drivers have like a going thing every week. Just be like, all right, where can we get it? And the first one to get it gets like the weekly lot.
Yeah, like they all put in $5 in. Whoever can jizz on the bingo, we're gonna do postage stamps. So that's the top 4 in the right hand corner. That's what you guys need to. But it's fucked up that they have to be told not to jizz on people.
Exactly.
I mean, at least with the bingo, they might not be sexist, so they'll probably do it.
Just looking for anyone they can get.
Man, he's not my type, but he does have a red sweatshirt on, so.
Well, for the win, let's go.
Guess who's going to Outback tonight, boys?
Drinks on me.
Jizz on you. But it's weird enough having just riding in random people's cars and trying to. When they make, they're just like, so what do you do for a living? I mind my business. That's what I do. No, but just riding, and then you have people jizzing on people and touching people inappropriately, as if the car ride was not awkward enough.
The other thing I was thinking about, those windows are so tiny. How are they getting through the window? Are they?
No, it must
Are they
be Will
parts
up there, just doing like the perfect shot over the shoulder right through the window.
With the alcohol, yeah, he perfected it. He's got like some sort of tube mechanism. Like he has a straw, so he breathes into the tube, so
It
it
just
shoots it out over the shoulder. It's like a dick super soaker.
That's what they call my penis.
Super soaker.
It's a little keychain one.
Truly gave her the was to Willies.
Yeah. At least that's not what Luke did to you.
Yeah. Freaking, could you imagine if you just got jizz in your ear somehow from the freaking taxi driver? Like, if it's on your shirt, you could change your shirt.
And just imagine having to tell, like, how's your day going? It's pretty shitty. He's like, why?
I
fucking
jizzed in the ear.
Whoa, okay. Start from the beginning.
Wait, hold on. Let me put on a pot of coffee. I'm gonna go grab us a dozen donuts, and then you're gonna tell us what the fuck happened.
No, what would it be like? Yeah, I mean, I got up, got coffee, went to work. On my ride back home from work, I got jizzed in the air, and then I was in an argument with my wife. Oh, whoa, no, go back there for a second. Rewind.
No, or just like completely casual. Everyone's like, you got jizzed on? Yeah, me too the other day. Sucks, dude. Like,
God dang taxi drivers. It's an epidemic in this place.
Jizz all over. Jizz everywhere.
I was just thinking they have water balloon condoms just hanging from the.
Oh
my God.
They save it for later. Just pop it in slingshot.
Gotcha.
Hook shot, Kobe.
Taxi drivers are driving past each other. They're just throwing their jizz balloons at each other, like splat on the car.
Weirdest balloon fight ever. It was such a get hit with a stray walking across the street.
Before you go.
Oh my God.
And this is why taxi drivers keep their windows up.
Smell to jizz looks like froyo. Do they think about the sex robots? Is that what gets them off?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another segue right into another article we brought up the other day. This is also terrible, interesting. I don't even know. It's weird. So, new study finds touching robots can arouse humans. Researchers discover that touching the areas where a robot's genitals or buttocks would be provokes a physiological response in humans.
I'm sorry. But anyways, it's one of those. I'm sorry. I was just looking at Marcus, and Marcus is going doing a circular motion, like he brought it full circle.
Like swirling my glass. I've been waiting for you, Mr. Bond.
Stroking his cat.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with this robot, it's completely non-sexual and disturbingly child-sized. The robot that they're showing in this video.
It's like one of those toys you would have gotten like in 2008. That's like the humanoid or whatever.
Yeah, like I'm your friend.
Oh god. that's
So
creepy as fuck, I don't
apparently,
like it.
just from touching in the genital or buttocks area, this and they say human, so I'm assuming it wasn't just one creepy guy with the robot fetish, but just like
No, it was two.
it's two creepy guys with the robot fetish.
And a furry fetish.
Yiffing all over the fucking place. I'm just,
Their jobs, by the way, guys, taxi drivers.
Well, who's your little friend that sits up front? His name is Beep Boop. That's his name.
I like to beep him. I like to beep him. He causes me to boop, if you know what I mean.
But who thinks like, oh, that robot is sexy? Like nobody has ever looked at the fax machine and like, I'm trying to fuck that fax machine.
Or the garbage disposal.
Oh,
No.
the garbage disposal.
Oh, God.
Look at the flick of the wrist, and it's gone. When were condoms invented?
I don't know.
Order condoms.
I
Yes,
don't know.
these are
You
the
tell us,
random
Marcus.
facts.
You're the one that's like the Trojan man.
Every time we come out, Mark's like, yo, I got condoms. You need them. I got you, bro.
It's true, and then you guys.
I mean, you have literally thrown them at me.
It's like, hey, dang it.
Yeah. I stuck the one in your shirt, and you're just like, what? Ah. Oh my God! All right. There's one time forever ago. We went to Philly. It was myself, I think my friend Bobby, and my friend J-Rod, and I was telling them the entire time, I was like, I'm going to make up a story about how we got attacked by a bear when we were camping. And I'm going to tell this at the party, and you guys should play along and see if we can get anybody to believe this. And they were just like, no one's going to believe you. So, I'm telling this story, and these girls, I don't know if they believed us or they were just drunk and dumb. I'll take the former.
Probably a little column A, a little column B.
I mean, everybody gets drunk and dumb, you know. But I'll tell you a story about how J-Rod, quote unquote, saved my life from this bear. And I was like, I tripped and busted my ankle because I went to go get something from the car, and they're all like into it. And so as I'm talking, I had a condom in my pocket. I take it, and I was like, and this guy, like, patted him on the stomach, and he had a pocket on his shirt. And I was like, and this guy, and like slid it in, and he had no idea. So he's just like, ah. Like,
I like how you're basically like the condom magician.
The condom
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Exactly. It's like, instead of finding a nickel or a quarter behind your ear, Marcus found a condom behind your ear.
I found a way to help you not get babies. There it is.
But the real trick is that you poked holes in them before. It's like, yeah, I got you, bro.
That's so spiteful too. At the same time, it's like, oh, you're getting laid tonight and I'm not.
Just have fun, buddy.
No, you can actually check them to see if they.
Wait, you checked them?
No.
What?
Here's the thing,
No.
right? If you have one and it's fresh, you can tell because there's air in them. You're supposed to push the condom to the side so you don't tear it. So if all of the air came out of it, you'd be like, nope, it's tainted. Burn it.
I thought for a second there you were saying that you gave one to Luke and he didn't believe and that he tested it.
I gotta make sure. Is there a hole in this? Like inspection put in the arm. Like, oh, we're good. Thanks.
Blows
man.
it up.
That is where I Luke
Just,
starts
like,
making
unravels,
balloon
takes a
animals
bottle-
with it.
Takes like a bottle of water, like pour it in, and just like leaking like all of these little holes on the
Just-
side, just like a fountain. Just,
Marcus, you son of a...
Have you seen my new strainer?
Let's make pasta.
Oh god.
Ah.
Lubiest pasta ever.
It goes down so
It's like butter noodles, like lube noodles.
Lube noodles.
Like,
Spermicide noodles.
so when you swallow, it just gets it all out of your system.
Great for Sunday mornings. Great. I mean, I get them essentially for free in bulk. Like the hell, like, there was one time I came home, and because I have a family member, and one of the companies they work for is one of the companies that they're linked to is Trojan. So I came home one day, and you know the big 36 boxes? There were 3 on my fucking dresser. That's 108 condoms, if I remember correctly.
It's like, be safe and have fun.
I'm pretty sure I used some. I gave half a box away, and I gave the other box away too. I was just like, it's like poker. Like, gather around, boys.
You get a condom. You get a condom. Just like
He's
we
the
couldn't
Oprah of
afford the poker
condoms.
chips,
Exactly.
but Marcus has condoms for free, so we'll
Yeah.
just use these as.
Yeah. So,
well, maybe they're like actually just giving you the duds. Like, yeah, here
These are all melted together.
This one's just, I don't.
There's nowhere to put it in. It's like a balloon animal.
this particular one veers off to the left. I guess I'll give that one to Nick, because you know.
I mean, or I could just turn it and it's a righty, and I can use that one. There we go. It's just like, oh, poker chips. Well, the ultra ribs are 1. The for her pleasures are 5. The tuxedos are 10, and the magnums are 20. All right, boys. Jokers are wild. Let's do
All
this
right,
shit.
I'm gonna be raising you 3 her pleasures.
I see you're her pleasure, and I raise you 1 magnum. I'm feeling saucy, boys. Let's go. You see Luke? He's losing his fucking mind.
Can't even breathe right now.
Oh god. Dear Trojan, thank you for sponsoring me without even sponsoring me. We just gotta get Lifestyle on board, and we are hitting all the
I would love
brands.
if we got Lifestyle on board, because I could just get their condoms for free. It'd be great.
Yeah, man, polypropylene, shit's
I'm
amazing.
telling you guys, we're gonna start getting unsponsored, as in they are going to give us money to not mention them.
Well, it's either gonna be.
Isn't that the true dream, though? I mean,
We don't even have to do anything except remember not to mention them.
That's essentially a shut up clause right there. It's like, no, don't talk about our shit. But I mean, at this point, it's a race. You're gonna get sponsored by Trojan, Lifestyles, or Valtrex.
Don't forget Carnival Cruises.
Yeah.
and Mad Dog.
Mad Dog
Mad
2020.
Dog. You know, poor man's mimosa is nothing without Mad Dog. For those of you who do not know what a poor man's mimosa is, strap in. A poor man's mimosa is essentially a shot of peach schnapps, about, give or take how much Mad Dog you like. 3 shots, so for those of you who don't know how much a shot is, it's about an ounce, give or take. Give or take on the house. And then you fill that motherfucker with some ice and with peach soda. Not peach soda, I'm sorry, pineapple soda. And it's amazing.
Yes.
It does the job.
You can confirm.
I can confirm. I make it.
Steve has all the ingredients downstairs.
Yeah, it
That
does.
sounds like a lot more complicated than a regular mimosa. Some mimosa is just orange juice, and champagne.
So it's a
Like,
poor man's mimosa because we don't have orange juice nor do we have champagne.
but neither of the things are particularly expensive. Like, so.
When did you get good at math, asshole?
Oh no, I'm not Asian. But if my math's correct, it's not a big number.
Luke's like, I don't know much math. They don't teach me math in theater, but I know I can afford this and I can still eat later, so I'm good.
That's how Luke calculates all his drinking. He's just like, will I be able to eat later? Yes, I will. And every once in a while he feels a little saucy. He's like, will I be able to eat later? No. I don't need to eat.
I go to the grocery store. I can get 9 loaves of bread because cheap is like $1 at price right, or I can get a bottle of tequila. I don't know.
No.
What's the decision?
I mean,
Yeah, it's
I
cute.
personally go for bread. Because I would get like 5 loaves of bread, get some PB, get some J, and maybe, just ride it out, get some snacks. Save the other couple bucks.
Yeah, but PB&J doesn't get you fucked up.
does if you put mushrooms on it? That's a whole other weekend.
Mushrooms.
That sounds
TBJ.
awful.
You don't know until you try. We're doing Trophy Husband Tries!
Trophy
Oh,
no,
trophy
we're not.
husband
You're good.
tried. That's
You're
just a
good.
bad idea.
We'll do it if it's not illegal, and then we don't get maimed.
Exactly.
Like Carnival Cruises. Give us cruise tickets.
Sponsor. Yeah. Oh, good grief.
I don't even. I remember yesterday. I don't know how we got to the girl on the washing machine.
It had to do with the robot.
Yeah.
With the robot.
It was the
Yeah.
robot. But that hurt inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hurt yourself inside.
Yeah. Like
You don't even want to talk about it.
Oh no! Tell them, Steve.
Tell the people what they want to hear.
I was the one that told the story originally, so I don't
Yeah.
know. Well, it was just she was on the washing machine.
Okay.
Oh, with the girl with the brooms over here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was,
Yeah.
it was, story I heard, like, years ago. She was, sitting on her wash machine as it was running, so it's like, you know, that nice vibrations. And then she has
Hit that spin cycle.
she's got a broom, using the end of a broom to, you know, do her business. And her mom walks in the door, and girl, like, gets shocked, like, loses her shit, falls off the washing machine, and then the broom, you know, goes up somewhere and completely tears her, you know, apart. It's like,
Oh.
I mean, I've never thought of, like, I thought, if I'm masturbating, it'd be cool, like, you know, it came and I died, but that's gotta be painful as fuck. I don't know.
So what you're saying is now my new nickname is the Broom.
Whoa!
Marcus just took that dark.
Whoa! Okay, sorry, I'm in a rocking chair and almost fell backwards. I was so shocked. Oh my god.
All right.
But what's funny is people are gonna see us out and they're gonna be like, these guys are terrible people, and we're not. And we just talk a lot of shit.
Talk shit.
On that, how about we wrap it up here, gentlemen?
Yeah, sounds good.
It's been real.
It's been a good one.
This wasn't bad. We weren't sure how it was going to work since we were coming back to try to redo an episode, sort of, kind of, but we rolled with it. Everything
Captured
worked
some of her
out.
magic.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we not only did we capture some stuff, we added some new gems to
Yes.
the conversation.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
very true. Very
It
true.
was a good one. All right, so
Yeah.
you could find yours truly. That'd be Marcus, since you have no idea who the fuck is talking right now. On Snapchat, SIRMAV, and Twitter and the good old Instagram. I now have 2 pictures on Instagram.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, yesterday he only had one.
Yeah, I only had 1 picture yesterday. QUEZMAV. That is yours truly.
I'm Steve, and I'll be in them shadows. Goodbye.
You're watching from
Creeping in
afar.
the shadows.
I'm Luke. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HUKE_LOOVER. Snapchat, Hooklouver, HUKELOOVER. You get to see us do hood rat things on my stories, so you can pick, so you can get a visual for what we're putting down, like when we talk all our
Just wanna
shit.
do
So,
hood
yeah.
rat stuff with my friends.
It's mostly just like, you know, me taking videos and smacking people in the face with my phone, but it's funny for like once or twice. It gets old, I know, but
All right. I'm Nick. Then you can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, all at nlenz42. That's NLENZ42. Then you can look us up at the official Trophy Husbands Twitter, which is at the True Trophies. Also, from now on, we're going to be dropping new episodes on Tuesdays for Trophy Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Trophy Tuesdays.
And I think that covers up everything pretty much, guys. So everyone have a good one.